not exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
Get this shit going now. We might be late, but we're not out of the game, baby. Woo! Shit! I apologize to all our family. I just received internet just a little while ago, about maybe 20 minutes ago. We got our internet back. We have had our internet gone all day, and so I didn't think I was going to be able to do a show, but boy howdy, it came back on, and so yeah, no rain, no shine, no dark of night, none of that shit's going to keep us from meeting if we can meet. So yes, we are live, baby, and I'm so glad y'all are here. Let me get my shit together, because John was just in there relaxing, thinking, well, shit, I'll just twiddle my thumbs tonight, because when we lose internet out here, you lose everything. Anyway, the Remixtress was the first one to jump in, followed by Debbie Marie, Oscar Herb 66, thank you. Our own Bernadette Pre, thank you very much, baby, for sliding in. Kelly Harris is here, Jeanette Miller, Jeff Curry. Let me see, Sammy Marcy's here, and Michael KY, all the way up there in Kansas. Let me see, Phyllis Harrison is here. Bruce Preston, Adam Hewitt, thank you, buddy. Pat Hunter, let me see, Mark, our Blue Dot greeter. John Public, all the way from New York. You can't ask for anything better. If John Public is watching, well, then you got somebody's attention. Anyway, the Remixtress is with us, as is Timothy Lamb. Let me see, Carol DeBurs, Karen Van Wyck, thank you so much. You hope you realize how many times I've said that right, so many times in a row. Anyway, Linda Calabro, thank you very much. Let me get on down here, or we won't get this thing started, because there are people in the room, baby. Lisa Ryder, Irene Lambert. I want to say thank you to Irene, because she shares my shit all the time on Facebook. As a matter of fact, she probably already shared the shit right now on this live show, so everybody can get the word out, and I appreciate that. Iris Giselle, still rocking that t-shirt, I hope. JJ Trevino. Anyway, we're going to jump right into this, because, you know, I got lots of shit in my head, but it all has to do with people like Bill Barr and last night's correspondence dinner last night, where Joe Biden get up and gave Donnie a few slaps upside the head just for fun. But anyway, we're getting late start, so we're jumping right in, because there's still a couple of names down there I want to drag up here. Bernadette, how are you, darling?
Oh, well, I'm here.
Yeah, me too. Didn't think I was going to be.
Better late than never. When you called just before we went on, I needed to wash my glasses off, because they were covered in leaf matter, because I was out in the weeds all day today. Kind of still a little itchy and shit like that, so yeah, I'm all right.
Good. Well, I'm glad. Yeah, when I saw
Biden was funny last night. He had yokes, man. He had some
yes,
jokes
he
for his
did.
ass.
He hit a couple of nerves too, I'm sure. I enjoyed the shit out of it. Mr. Chick, how about you? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, John.
Thank you for coming in, darling. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I was going to suggest playing a game tonight. I came up with some stuff to ask that you guys could try and figure out.
All right.
But if you got other things to talk about, that's fine.
No, I don't have anything to talk about outside of look who's down there in the audience.
I see.
There's two of them down there.
There's a couple on there, yeah.
A couple of them right now. I guess we'll get the bomb out of the way here, and go ahead and pull the pin on this hand grenade, and let's see if it, no. Oh, wait. And Andy, how are you?
Oh, snooks in a vagina. Look at all these people we have in here. Hi,
I'm
John.
telling
How
you,
are
brother.
you?
I'm doing just fine, Andy. Are you doing well?
I am hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit. You wouldn't
I
believe
like it, brother. I like it. Andy, I want to introduce you and our family to a gentleman that has been with us a long time. Y'all hear his voice every time I start this show. I couldn't have been more proud. The day he sent me his album, a protest album, Bernadette always puts that in the chat to buy his album. John Lawrence, are you with us?
I think so, man. Hey,
You,
how's everybody doing?
I'm doing
Hey, John,
just
welcome
fine,
to the
John.
room.
Welcome to the room, baby.
Hi,
Well,
John. Loving your stuff, man.
say what?
I said, loving your stuff. Sounds good, man.
Oh, well, thank you. Y'all have to forgive me because I'm pretty goddamn old. I'm real deaf, and I can't see out of the other eye.
Yeah, I know. I know the feeling. That's what I always say, John. Just point to a part. It hurts. I don't care what shoulder, what knee you point to, a
Maybe what I'm
hip, back.
gonna
I
do
don't
here
care.
is just turn my shit up.
We do have those problems from time to time. No shame in that whatsoever.
Well, let me get this out of the way here because I want to speak directly to John. John, I could not have been more flattered the day I got that album. Now, I a lot of times I could play that particular song that you wrote about me, which I could not be more proud of. But I found my heart in American Dream. I got my house on a little piece of land, baby. This is what I'm holding on to. And your words spoke volumes to me. And
Well,
and so that's how
appreciate
come
that.
I normally started off with that one.
Well, that's really appreciated, man. I did. I'll tell you, when I wrote that song, I was listening to Clinton and whatever his name was, the debates,
Right?
and I was looking at both of them going, Jesus Christ, both of these guys are fucking con artists, although I'm going to vote for the more handsome con artist
Yeah, well, there you go.
because I'm a Democrat.
There
But
you
anyway,
go.
that's where that song came from. Just looking at it and going, my God, we are fucked, but I'm going to write a song about it anyway.
Well, there you go. I found my heart in that song. Because it is a struggle. Every day out here in the real world, it's a struggle for all of us. Trying to juggle life and what life occasionally throws at you at the same time, trying to hold your house together, your bills together, your groceries together, keep the internet on or whatever. That's not what happened today. It's not what my bill was paid. They just screwed up. They didn't pay
Well,
pay their bill with the
I
satellite, I
got-
guess.
I got faith in the future. I just don't know if it's going to be in my future.
Yeah, yeah. There's gonna be a future, John. We just don't know
Yeah.
what it's gonna be yet. But we're keeping our eyes peeled and we're working for the best one that we can work for.
Right.
Let me catch up real quick. Wesley Wiseman came in with a $10 donation. Wesley, thank you very much. And Tony D came in with a $2 and said, "Chat, thank you." There you go. That's that. Somebody was asking me about it. And the best way I could describe what the warmth of this family is every time this show starts, that conversation in the chat turns to welcoming each other into the chat, just as you would if a family member walked in the door of your house. See, Lisa Ryder just said, "Hi, Carol Lowe," and "Hi, Kay." It's a community here. This is more than just a. Anyway, I'm nostalgic.
It's a family, man.
It's a family, baby. Andy, have you been running
Yes,
your
sir.
filthy mouth lately?
Well, I've done that, but I just got off the phone with my daughter dialing for dingbats,
Dialing for dingbats.
So she called to speak with my grandson, who I just threw into the shower because he's kind of smelly. But we're doing well, all things considered, John. Hope you and
Good.
Miss Marcia are well.
We're doing as good as we can, brother. Mama's not been well for a little while now. I think everybody in the family knows that. We're battling some bad issues, but we're doing the best every day. Try to put that smile on your face and get through it. That's all you can do. That's all any
exactly
of us
right.
can do.
And
That's it.
Miss Amy's been in bed all day today. She had chemo on Friday,
Oh, Lord.
and this is probably the worst chemo session she's had in the year and a half or so she's been taking it. So
Yeah,
we're
that's
you
not
considerably
easy
concerned
shit to
about
go
her.
through, baby. You know, this
It
is
is a job.
a lot of us in this family, and a lot of the family know about each other. There are a lot of members in this family that are going through difficult times, medically speaking, and other things that are in their life that are just, you know, it's a burden. So you know,
Hey, John,
I don't like to miss a show, baby. I lean on
I
y'all
know
as
you're
much as
right.
y'all lean on me, baby. So
You know, we got a couple of more people in the room I'd like to speak to tonight too, and hopefully you'll bring them in. I see at least two. One of them called me silver tongued a while ago. I'm not sure where that came from, but
who
he
called you
did that.
silver tongue? Was
Too
the word
close.
devil in there? You silver tongued devil?
Probably. Well, probably. I mean, anybody who knows me knows that to be the truth. And then there's Jorge. You know how he is.
You know Jorge Tirebiter. John, this
Oh,
is
yeah.
the way it goes. You're going to have to jump in here anytime you want to throw a comment in here. You just jump in.
Oh, we've been doing this shit for years, man. You just got to jump in and get your feet wet, man.
Yeah, that's the way it is in this family when you're at the table. But, you know, oh, hell, hold on to your britches because, Lord, Jorge did just make it into the room.
There's
Jorge.
my brother. Good to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
Well, we're fair to partly cloudy, 20%
Well, it
chance
ain't raining, so,
of
you know.
bullshit,
It ain't storming, so there you go. Speaking of which, a lot of people in this country have gone through some devastating weather here in the last day or two,
yeah.
and boy, howdy, my heart goes out to anybody. I've seen the videos on TV of some of the tornado damage, and it just breaks your heart. You know, there goes your
I hope
everything.
you're well south of most of that, John.
Oh yeah, I am. Ain't nothing happening down here. Nope.
Thank goodness.
Nope. Ain't got no rain. Got a little wind. That's all. And yeah.
And I assume Rancho Tirebiter's still intact.
I would
last
assume.
night we had a storm blow through here about 5:40 in the morning, and it was windy and lightning and thunder, and we got just a little bit of rain and just a little bit, but
Somebody
it was all
started and blew it completely
Thank
out of
you,
the
Phyllis.
chimney.
it was all sound and fury, man. It was crazy.
That's kind of like me after Taco Bell. I understand that.
Oh shit. All right, look, I need to call this out real quick because boy howdy shit. Boy howdy shit. I could continue saying this. I am so thankful. Shaking Me Bones came in with a $500 donation and said, boy howdy shit.
Oh, my goodness.
So grateful to see you. Blue Dots forever. Sandy, I to say thank you to you, to me, is right now at a point of an understatement. An understatement. I can't say thank you enough. Shaking Me Bones has donated quite a bit to this family in the last month or so, and just
And it will be well used.
oh Lord. Yeah, there's plenty of people that want it, bell collectors, but you know,
I got a few of
keep them
those.
off your ass. I'm telling you, no, she has put me in a position that I have not seen.
That is quite
in
a
a
sizable
very long
donation,
fucking
and we're
time.
certainly grateful.
We are very grateful, and I'm also grateful. Where's my whack thing? To Daniel Hackerman, who came in with a $2 donation and said, "I love democracy. Happy to be together." And
Indeed.
Bob K came in with $2 and said, "Just glad to be here supporting democracy." And that's what this family is, baby. We're trying to pump the pom poms
Get me
every
one of
day.
those.
That's
Aw.
what this is.
We're
Trying
going
to
to
keep
get
you-
John a bigger gong if he gets $500.
No,
donation.
don't
He
fuck
needs
with
a
my gong.
big
Better
old
believe
gong.
it. I want
This
the old
gong came from Diana Mallory,
I
bequeather of the
know,
gong.
yeah, the gong
and Secret
Squirrel.
Squirrels. That's right. And I'm very attached to that gong. I had the pleasure of meeting her on one of our Blue Dot family meetups, which I have been lucky enough to have about 3 or 4 of these, and have an opportunity to meet people that are in the family that I only see in the chat. And Diana Mallory will forever live in my heart for the hug that I got as that elevator door opened, and there she was. So.
Well, I'm still headed for Texas, and you and Tirebiter better be there.
Oh,
Oh,
I ain't going nowhere.
Lord, look out.
Are you shitting me? It's a long way
yeah.
from here to get out of Texas.
Well, I know.
Look where my part of Texas. I'm all the way down here at the bottom. So it's a day's journey just to find the border. But I'm
Well, there's one thing
I'm
about
looking
it.
forward to it.
My son,
KY's got a
have good
campaign going
connections
on.
with lawyers here, so.
Lawyers. Lord, I hope I don't need lawyers.
Well, me and Andy get together. We're probably going to need a lawyer.
We're definitely gonna need beer.
Oh,
Yeah,
beer.
a lot
There
of
you go.
beer, man, a
There
lot
you
of
go.
beer.
Yeah, a
Beer
lot
we
of
can take
beer.
up. I do believe we have a couple of lawyers in this family too. I don't know if they're listening, but we do. We do.
I bet we do.
This is a very diverse family, and I couldn't be prouder of how this thing has grown, and it's been not because of my pretty face. That's for damn sure. It's this conversation that goes in front of me on this chat. A Trump voodoo doll. I have one. I have one. I'm looking around, but I don't know where it is since we moved rooms. It's here somewhere.
Not
I
that
need to
I'm
get that
discounting
thing out.
anything you guys are saying, but I'm still loving the music.
Oh,
What
yeah.
music? There's music playing?
There is music playing. And it's not the 70s porn stuff you used to play. This is good
Oh,
stuff.
it's not? Oh, it's good stuff?
No, it
Sorry,
isn't.
I didn't change the channel. Do you still hear it right now?
I do.
It's not coming from me.
Yeah, nobody else is hearing it.
Andy, that music is going around in your own brain, honey, because none of the rest of
Uh,
it.
we
You
knew
have
it.
all
We
the
knew it.
porn movies in your
Yep,
brain,
yep.
Andy.
That's it.
Probably.
They're
The
embedded in
soundtrack.
there. No matter
You
where
know,
you go,
it
you're waiting at a
actually-
stop sign. There you go. It's in your head. You hear that.
It could actually be a Sig Newton of my imagination, too. I'm not
Yeah, I'm
quite
gonna shake it. I want some of what he's on.
I like
It's
the
the good. I got the good shit. Don't you worry.
You
about
must
that.
have, because I don't hear shit. Damn.
I wish I
I
could
need
play it
better
back
shit.
for
This
you.
ain't.
Andy, you know you're supposed to bring some for the whole class.
That's
It
right.
might be something in the
Don't whip it out.
studio
You
here.
can't bring for
I'm at
everybody.
work.
God damn it.
Pass it around, Andy.
Yeah, puff, pass
It
now.
might be something in the studio. I'm not sure. I don't know where it's coming from. I'm high. I don't really care.
Telling you, it's in your own
That's how
head.
come I want to make a pilgrimage. I want to make a trip, because that word ain't coming out.
Pilgrimage.
Pilgrimage.
I am live, and I might
Out to
I might
California
put you
again.
guys on too.
My sons went to California, went to the Bay Area out there. Sent me all sorts of these pictures.
Oh,
Dad, look
cool.
at this shop. Look at this over here. Dad, look, he's in the backyard with a bam, puffing on it. Are you shitting me? Life is not fair.
Look at a fat boy and went to give.
I
Dad
mean to
eating
tell
your
you,
Hey,
he's sitting there calling his dad on the phone while his dad's sitting in Texas. And he knows there ain't none of that shit here. And he's sitting there showing me all these pictures of the big old fucking fatty. And he says, Dad, this is fucking great. I'm going to kill my kid when I get out of here.
And eat your heart out, you old fart. You're not getting any of this.
No.
But you know what, John?
What?
You know what, John? They
What?
literally passed by my house within 5 miles.
They
and
did.
They should have stopped because
They
then
did.
they wouldn't have had to go to a shop.
That's.
I've been over here
I'm
all
gonna go-
afternoon eating
I'm gonna go
freeze
kick 'em
trees
again just
looking
for
forward
fun.
to this meeting.
Wait till I see him.
Such is life. Such is life.
Yes, they did. They made a fantastic trip. I'm so glad they got to, because I lived there when I was younger in the Bay Area, and in Northern California. Well, I lived in San Diego too, so I lived all over. Lived in Long Beach, so yeah, I've covered all of California.
Where'd you live in Northern California?
No, I said I've
I was
been to
in
Northern
Long Beach,
California.
North Carolina. That's a totally different.
Where did you live in Northern California?
I lived in San Jose, so that's Bay Area. You know, that's
Yeah.
the San Francisco Bay
I went
Area.
to
But
Saratoga High School.
oh, you did?
I went to Cupertino.
Yes.
I know where Cupertino is. I know where.
It's the Silicon Valley now.
Are you shitting
Yes.
me? I had a job in Cupertino.
I have two brothers that live there.
Really?
I got a
When
brother who
when
lives in Modesto, and I got a brother who lives in Paso Robles.
I broke my bones on out in California in Cupertino when I first went to work for a pipe and tobacco shop out there in a very exclusive neighborhood, and the shop I was working in would sell Sheraton, which is a name brand of a pipe, $1,000 for a pipe.
Yeah.
You know, very
Jesus.
expensive. And John, now at 18 years old, is walking around with a pipe in my mouth, with a smoking jacket and an ascot. Now, looking back on my life, I always, when I think about this, I always think
You were doing the Hefner thing.
you looked stupid.
Exactly.
18 years old with a smoking jacket on and an ascot. Are you? But that's the way everybody dressed in that shop. That's
You know
how
what an
the
ascot
staff
really is,
dressed.
don't you, John?
I
You know
just-
what an ascot really is? It's what I sleep on when I go camping. It's an ascot.
An ascot. That's right. You put your ass in this cot if you're lucky to have a cot. If you're lucky to have an ascot.
If you're lucky, you got a cot.
If not, your ass is in the
Yeah,
dirt.
that.
Otherwise, you have an ass amp.
Hey, speaking of asses,
So long, I'm grateful to have an ass.
speaking of asses, I'm still not over the Bill Barr interview. Did anybody else
that's son of a
actually
bitch.
watch the interview, see the interview?
You know, Iran-Contra, if you go all the way back to Iran-Contra,
Right?
you'll see him as a young man.
Oh yes, he's been around
Coming in
before.
to bail out Reagan on the Iran-Contra deal.
I just think
And
nothing
so
spoke
when
louder.
shit gets all screwed up, they call him.
I just think nothing speaks louder than for him to sit there on camera and have who's that? Colleen, whatever her name's is the interviewer, just outright, laying it out of what his past words have been and what the threat that Donnie poses to this country, and he says he'll still vote for him.
He's a scumbag.
He's a scumbag. But what got to me when
John?
when Carolyn Collins pressed him, because all Bill Barr was saying was, well, it's about the policies. I don't agree with the liberal policies. She said, well, what about the liberal? What is it? And he finally come up with this bullshit of, well, look at what Joe Biden's done with the student loans lately. Really? You're willing to flush this country down the tubes and hand it over to a lying, cheating, draft dodging
Compare it to
coward?
that.
And yes.
Compare it to that.
This is the problem with the whole
Really?
entire GOP is that all of them see him for what he truly is, and yet they will still vote for him.
That's the part we don't understand. How is it that you can
Yeah,
sit there and
he's
listen to
a
the shit that comes out of this
thieving,
man's mouth?
fraudulent crook,
Money.
and they will still vote for him.
I can understand. Well, here it is in a nutshell to me. It really is. You can sell bullshit to anybody as long as you're waving a flag and singing a song. Holding the Bible would be great. Oh,
carrying
you
the
got half
Bible.
of them right fucking there. And if you send that message that you're fighting for the underdog, the Republicans have one thing on their mind: money, and they want all of it. And that's why Bill Barr brought up student loan. Anything to do with this, your health care, piss on you. Get a Band-Aid. Got a heart attack, get a Band-Aid. I don't give a shit about you.
I'm sure that Bill Barr has got his student loans paid off. If not,
I bet he does.
by somebody
Years
else,
old, what do you
okay?
expect?
By somebody else, okay?
Yeah, by
But
somebody.
there are people that are Bill Barr's age that don't have their student loans paid
Hey,
off. And
I wonder
what
if
are
Donnie's
those
got his.
fuckers they supposed
70 years
to do?
old
You
to
think
pay them
Don-
off.
You think Trump has his paid? Oh, wait. Trump didn't have any. Trump
Yeah,
got
exactly.
a big old check from his daddy, is how Donnie started. And then he lost that. He's been bankrupt, what, 5 times? What a
And
financier.
yet they will still vote for him.
Yes, they will.
Literally,
Because he's still
literally,
waving the flag
they
and
found
carrying the
out
Bible.
that while he was in office, he made so much money while millions of dollars, which was totally against the law, and yet they will still vote for
There you
him.
go with that law stuff. Who really obeys that stuff? Yeah, the rest of us have to. Anyway, let me thank Wesley Wiseman, who came in with another $2 donation. Thank you, Wesley. And Tony D came in with $5 and said, Will Donald finish Casa? Yep. And let me say, yeah, he would. And Jeanette Dahl came in with a $100 Denmark krones. I love that. It's got to be like 2:30 or 3 in the morning over there. Jeanette, and said, I saw Joe Biden Saturday night. Long time since I laughed so much. It was so uplifting to see how funny he could be. The best I've seen in a long time. Indeed, Jeanette, thank you very much. And Jimbo just came in with $5 and said, did she eat the goat and the dog? Very good question, Christy
Oh,
Nome up
my.
there. You know, well, you're out on the country. You know, you can't let that meat go to waste. So I'm sure she made some tacos. Yeah, that story's going around. A puppy. Let that sink into your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. On a brighter note, Joe Biden did an excellent job last night. I got quite a few laughs out of that. But yeah, the news did turn to Christy Nome up in. She wants to be vice
The lady
president.
that feeds the dog.
Insane.
Hello, Ardessa.
Hello.
How are you
Yeah,
doing,
she
darling?
is better. I'm a little bit better than yesterday.
Good. Good.
So I'm going in the right direction still.
Going in the right direction. Just keep that shit going.
Yep.
You know. Keep going in the right direction. That's all we all need.
I'll get there.
And we're going to wait for you. Or you wait for us, depending on what day of the week it is nowadays. I'm telling
That's
you.
true.
Yeah, it's been a roller coaster around here for a while. I take one day right now at a time,
Yep.
and I'm thankful for everyone I get nowadays. So.
Yep. Enjoy them while we're here. And
Yep.
next day go on.
That's it. They're going to go by too damn quick. I'm fucking 71 now.
Yep.
Shit, that scares me every once in a while. I go, damn. Damn. But there's people ahead of me making a path, so I'm pretty
I'm
confident.
sorry I had
in
to
you
step
guys.
away for a minute, but hi, Ardessa. Good to hear you.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah.
Andy, you've been gone for a while, too.
I got an 8-year-old in the shower in there, so I got to keep an eye on this kid.
No,
He'll
I
have
didn't
no-
mean this
he'll have
evening.
no-
I just meant in
Well-
a general sense. We haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad to see you back in.
I think you can understand where I'm at. I've got to take care of Mama, so
Yeah,
you know,
yes, I know exactly where you're
there
at.
are days when I can't
Yep.
be here as much as I want to
Eggs.
be.
I know exactly
Yeah.
where you are, Andy.
Well,
I'm paddling
That
in the
and the
boat
fact
right
if-
behind you, brother.
If I don't
So-
continue to run my mouth, we won't be able to go to the grocery store next week. So I got to continue.
Well,
to do that.
that is a thing on your mind when you do this. That yeah, if it weren't for the donations of this family, yeah, no, it'd be a rougher freaking road I'd be going on. At least this
Yeah,
smooths
I've been
out
doing
the
this crap for
potholes.
42 years. You'd think they'd let
Yeah.
me stop by now, but they
Nope,
won't do it.
nope, not till you die.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have, you know,
which
something
might
though.
be
Honestly
next week.
speaking,
We
if I
don't
didn't
know.
make another dollar from day on from now, it wouldn't matter. I would still be here. I didn't make
Well, we
anything
have a
on
hell
this
of
when
a
I.
family.
It's never been about it. It's never been about that. I am so thankful that because as I always say, we don't ask for donations here. You don't have to make a donation for shit.
Well,
This
and I
table
will
is open.
correct him again. John doesn't ask, but Bernadette asks all the time.
Bernadette.
Because without the donation, the show doesn't go on. Okay?
Tell him, Bernie.
I will
Yeah,
ask
next
on
time the
John's
internet will
behalf.
be off for a
Okay.
reason.
I'm asking all the time.
She does, and I am so thankful for the help
help
that I am given in this.
down there.
Huh?
I said we're going to have to bring you this big ass satellite dish about 40 feet in diameter.
Well, you use
And
that for the
put it down
umbrella?
there. Hey, you know, this family does what it has to do.
I think Travis wanted to try to go to Starlink at one time.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
what
anything
we're
about
talking
Starlink.
about.
I've heard
Well,
things.
you know,
Around
my
here.
biggest problem here is the internet service that I have. You know, I have I guess the medium-sized package, but that doesn't allow me as much bandwidth as I need to be able to bring people on video. That's what I want to do is be able to bring guests on, so y'all ain't just sitting there making fun of my face. You can have somebody right next to me, and you can make fun of their face too.
Is John? Is that amount of bandwidth available at your location?
Yeah, I think
would
it
be
is.
the
Yeah,
timing.
I got to increase I think, and I'm about to. I'm with the help of some of the people lately. It's something that might be heavily on my mind.
Yeah,
is maybe try to upgrade this system.
Charlotte, you're on the old C100.
I would love to have
Well,
your
see,
face
my-
on camera here, Andy.
My,
I'm sorry, I think I forgot to mute my mic.
had like the ultimate package where we live, and we was paying like $300
Yeah,
a month for
yeah.
internet.
For me to go any
And
higher,
how
it
much
goes into a
bandwidth?
business account, which they say, "Oh, business." And yeah, the number goes up quite
Yeah, they're going to make some money. We're going to charge the shit out of them.
Yeah, that's the way it goes. Let me thank Keith Thompson. That Marine came in with a $2 donation and said $2 to the BDF, and $2 to Colin Allred. Brother, thank you for both of them. That's my man right there. Down here in Texas, we're trying to get rid of Ted Cruz. Drastically trying to get Ted Cruz out of the house.
I hope he just succeeds.
So send a couple of bucks to Colin Allred. He needs the help down here. He's a little bit behind Ted, but very close. And yeah, I don't like these polls.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything at this point. There's still plenty of room to catch up.
I'm not putting a whole lot of faith in polls nowadays. You know what I mean? I just don't.
Neither am I.
Fair and balanced, CNN, has Trump ahead by, I don't know, 4, 5, 6 points. I just don't
call
believe
that around here. The Communist News Network or something of that nature.
I used to rely on them quite a bit, but they really have. They've stretched their their bipartisanship to a limit that sometimes you're putting out crap, and we all know it's crap. Quit doing that. Don't do it again. But I spend my mornings normally. Didn't today because no internet. Especially on Sunday mornings, reading the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and then I check out MSNBC, Yahoo, because you never know what you're going to find on Yahoo, and then CNN. I try to read all that shit before I even turn the TV on. I want to read it, soak it up as much as I can before some loudmouth on TV screws up my decision. So, that's the way I like to do it.
Well, see, I do Reuters and BBC is how I start my day.
I stumbled upon Reuters and BBC. I usually start my day with the New York Times. Let's see what happened next. Because they always throwing rocks at Donnie. I like it. Not enough.
Does anybody out there have a Mastodon account?
Mastodon?
No.
Well, I suggest everybody go and get one as soon as you can.
Why? What's up, John?
Well, everything. The whole fucking world is there. All of Europe is there, Africa and Asia, and the BBC shit. They got their own channel. I listen to Ukraine news from Kyiv and all the European outlets, and I spend at least an hour every morning going over what's going on in the Ukrainian war. And I can't even live without Mastodon now. It's kind of like this frickin' Discord. It takes a while to get, you got to do some typing and young people shit.
Yeah.
But once you get established and you get your own server, I think is what they call it.
Right.
Then you hashtag whoever you want or whatever conversations you want to have, and it just attaches you to whatever. Yeah, it plugs in, and I don't chat or anything on there, but there's so much to read. And and there's a thing called the Ukrainian. I can't think of the name of it, but it actually has quotes from Russian newspapers and Turkish newspapers and stuff like that. So it's
you're getting a whole ball of wax.
I love it because I get a worldview.
Right.
Which, trust me, the world is watching us.
Indeed, they are, John.
Watching us.
Indeed, that's how come we can't screw this up this time, because the world is watching us. Because we all saw what Donnie did the last time he was in office. He walked around NATO kicking everybody in the shins.
Yeah,
and Donnie's
going to do it again.
Yeah.
Another good site to go to if you're really interested in how people think and what they got to say about shit is Substack. There are so many people out there writing on Substack, and they have their own personal columns on Substack, and they write independently, and you can support them or not support them. It all depends on what you want to do. But everybody who's anybody is on Substack. So it's another great source of information.
Sorry, Britton Dad, I thought you were done.
I am now.
I'm sorry, I'm a little